What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to explain my strategy for low content books and explain why I publish so much. Now if you're new to low content book publishing and you don't know where to start, then check out my course Printing Profits. There's a link in the description down below and this will take you step by step on everything that you need to know. So go through and check that out. So my strategy with low content books. Why am I publishing so many? Now for those of you that don't know, I publish 10 to 20 books a day. Some days I have a day here or there where I don't publish any, but the majority of the time it's 10 to 20 books. So why is this? So I'm playing the numbers game. I also want a huge library, thousands of books, not just notebooks. I want sketchbooks, planners, journals. I want all different types of low content books in my massive portfolio, my library of low content books. Now, this is my reasoning behind this and why I'm publishing so many. So when you have a lot of books, you're going to have so many in different niches, hundreds of different niches. You're going to have loads of different types of books, and all these books are going to be ranked differently within the bookstore. Now this is the BSR just here. This is the Bestsellers Rank. This tells you where your book is ranked in the bookstore on Amazon. Now imagine all these books I'm going to show you being different books, different niches. Think of it like that so I can explain this. So you're going to have some books ranked like here, 48,000. This could bring you a few sales a day. Then you're also going to have other books ranked under 10,000. This is going to bring you quite a lot of sales. Then you're going to have other notebooks near enough into the millions, which is going to bring you a sale here or there a month. Then you're going to have other books just ranked all over the place. So you've got books that are ranked in the millions, which are going to bring you sales a couple of times a month. Then in the 100,000s, which are going to bring you a few sales a week. Then into the 50,000s, which are going to bring you a couple of sales a day. And that's why I'm doing this. I want all these different books ranked all in these different places, bringing me in consistent sales. So I'm not actually relying on two books that are bringing in the majority of my money. And that is kind of what's happened at the minute with my books, because I have two Valentine's books which have completely taken off, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But also doing it this way, you can then attack niches that aren't very popular. And because they're not very popular, you're still going to get those sales, but those sales are only going to be a couple of times a month because you have them ranked into the millions. Let's try and find one with a million BSR. Let's go down to the next page. Like so. Let that load up for a second. Where are these ranked? So let's just use this for an example. So one like this isn't going to make you very many sales, but you're still going to get sales. So why not publish books which are quite popular or in apparently saturated niches, because you're still going to make sales, but you might be ranked quite low just here. And just why not publish books in any niche that you want? Okay, this is what I do. Any niche, I do my niche research. I find all these niches and then I publish books. Now imagine having a library of say 5,000-10,000 books, and the majority of them are ranked somewhere like here. Out of those, how many books did I say? Say 5,000 books. Out of all those books, if quite a lot of them are ranked like here, you're still going to make a lot of money with those sales. You don't actually need to have books ranked into the 5,000, 10,000, 2,000. You don't need that, because if you've got a lot of books ranked somewhere anywhere, it doesn't matter where, but those books are still going to make you sales, even though it's only a couple of sales a month. And say you've got 50 books bringing in you 2 sales a month, it adds up to a lot of books sold. Now, if you want to work out how many copies or how many units a book is selling, then you can use this tool. Let me see if I can find it. Just here. So you want to go to tckpublishing.com/Amazon Book Sales Calculator. Now, if you get the BSR of a book, this can give you an average. It's not completely spot on, but this will give you an average and tell you how many books are roughly being sold. So let's take this BSR. Let's go over to here, plug that in. I'm going to take that comma out, press calculate sales. Sales per month, 6. So imagine having 50, 100, 200, 300 books all ranked around here, bringing you in 6 sales a month. That soon adds up, and because you're publishing a hell of a lot of books, you never know which one's going to take off. Like I said a minute ago, I have a couple of Valentine's Day notebooks that have really taken off and are ranked around 2,000 in the whole bookstore. And the funny thing is, I very nearly didn't publish those books. So how did those Valentine's Day notebooks actually get ranked so high? Well, they're on Amazon, obviously. One person finds the book and buys it. And now it's got a seller's rank of, say, 1 million. Say it's got this seller's rank. So it's got a 1.2 million seller's rank. Then someone else finds it, buys it again. It then pops up to 1 million. Then someone else finds it, buys it again, and it pops up to 832,000. The more people buy your book, the more you jump up in the best sellers rank, and that's how it works. So you never know, out of all these books that you're publishing, which ones are going to take off. It's going to take a little while. It might even take a month, 2, 3 months before some of your books actually get sales and start getting traction. So you might publish some books in a real crowded niche, but people resonate with your book and they really love it, and then the cream rises to the top. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if it's a good book and it sells a lot, you'll just automatically start jumping up in the ranks, in the seller's ranking on Amazon, and before you know it, you have some really good selling books. So this is kind of my strategy. I just attack niches. I make all these different types of books. I make lined notebooks, sketchbooks, blank recipe cookbooks. I haven't done any planners yet, but I've been doing low content journals, gratitude journals, and publishing a lot of books in a lot of different niches. Some make me sales a couple of times a month, a few times a week, a few times a day, and over this span of all these books ranked in all these different places brings me in a fair few amount of royalties. So let's go over to my back-end KDP account and you can see my sales. So let's actually just refresh that again. So I started this the end of November time, started making sales, consistent sales in December, and it just carried through until February, and then it just really took off with the Valentine's Day notebooks that I have. So let's do that to the last 3 months. As you can see, I started around here, started making a few sales here and there, pretty good results, and then in February, look at this growth, because I have 2 Valentine's Day notebooks that have really taken off. And the last couple of days, I've actually sold 133 units on 2 days. So what's that in royalties? Well, let's take a look. Let's go to February. Let's go to the 12th. So that's 133 units sold, and that's $277.49. So that's actually around $300 in royalties in one day, which is insane. Now again, if you want to learn actually how I did this, then check out the Printing Profits course. This will take you step by step on everything that I have done to get my results, and the link for that is in the description down below. So what can you take from watching this video? Well, don't worry about crowded niches. If your book's good and people like it, the cream will rise to the top. So make books in crowded niches, make books in not so crowded niches, just make books in all these different type of niches, have all these books ranked all over the place, bringing in you those sales. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go and hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.